Hi, EZosophists. This is Ann Sermons Gillis. That is so funny when I look at myself, and every time I say Ann Sermons Gillis, I raise my eyebrows. Anyway, this is my great friend, Mary Helen Hutchison, and we're in Nacogdoches, Texas, where she lives in a beautiful home that she built herself, not by hand, but I mean, she laid the plans out, and it's out in the woods. It's so pretty, and she used to be a member of my church in Memphis, Tennessee. That was Connection Church. And she ran the bookstore there, and she built the bookstore there literally. And we've just had a great relationship for over 30 years. And Mayor, I remember that there was this one talk that I gave that you know, over the years you referred to it so many times and it made your life easier. And I just wondered if you'd tell the people about that.
Oh, absolutely. It served me for years and years. And even today, the name of it was called The Universe Handles the Details. And at the time, I was working a full-time job and trying to start my bookstore, and I knew nothing about bookstores or how to get books. And I was freaking out because I felt totally overwhelmed. And you gave this marvelous talk, and it was like, oh, I could stop myself and say, Helen, remember, the universe handles the details. I don't have to handle the details. All I have to do is put the intention out that this is what I need, I'm looking for, and let the universe come through for me. And it has. And to this day, when I start finding myself being overwhelmed, because I kind of have a type A personality, which Ann doesn't really know about, I think that I'm in charge and I'm supposed to control everything. You know, how sometimes we forget that, you know, we're not really in charge. The universe is there to support us. And I just go, oh yeah, remember, the universe handles the details. All I got to do is handle the big picture, put the desire out of what I'm looking for and what I want. And then I relax, and then the energy flows, and everything that I need comes to me, as opposed to me trying to force it and freak myself out and be irritable with other folks. I can relax, and it all works out because the universe handles the details.
That's wonderful. And that reminds me of a couple of times that I use that principle in my own life, which I'd like to mention. And that is, after we moved out of the Renshaw location, we moved to this little street. You were there, this little house down the street. Mm-hmm. And we had all these things to do. It was an interim place. But one of the things that one day I was looking around and I thought, well, there's no cups, there's no plates. There's too many things for me to do. And I just said, that's it. Universe, you handle the details. I can't do it all. And later that day, somebody came in and they said, you know, I'm cleaning up my apartment. I'm moving, and I don't know if you need this or not, but here's some cups and plates. And so they brought them in, and I'm going, okay, this is going great. And we also were having to have a fire inspection there. And so we had to have fire extinguishers. So I go, oh my gosh, so we got to have fire extinguishers, and I don't have time to do fire extinguishers. I was really a workaholic, and I was doing a lot of things, and I just said, okay, universe, you got to handle the details. Well, the phone rings, and it's a company, and they're selling fire extinguishers, and I'm saying, okay, that's got to be kidding. This cannot be happening.
And that's the way it works. It does. That very day that I reminded myself after I'd heard that talk about the universe handles the details, I got a call that afternoon that said, you know, I was thinking about you and your bookstore. Do you need some information on how to order books? And I was like, I started laughing because I was like, oh yeah, I do. That's exactly what I need. Thank you, the universe, for letting me know that you were listening to me and you really are handling the details.
Well, that brings up another topic. You know, the newspaper that you had?
Yes.
I told you, I said, we really need a nice newspaper around this area and everything. You said, well, I'll publish news. And I said, well, have you ever had any experience? And you said, oh no, I'm certain I can do it.
I mean, how hard can it be? It's a newspaper.
It's a newspaper.
And the universe handled the details on that as well. People came out of the woodwork to help me. They showed me how to do the layout. They showed me how to find a publisher. I mean,
the printer,
the printer, exactly. Everything that I needed to do a newsletter, somebody showed up to teach me how to do it or do it for me. It was just amazing.
I was there, and it was totally a miracle. I was going, this can't be happening. This really can't be happening. And sure enough, there we sat with the first newsletter that had little stars on it. Remember?
Yeah.
It was called Connection. It had little stars on it and everything. And it was not a newsletter. It was a newspaper.
Yeah, we called it Connection News.
Connection News. It was really great.
Yes.
So I'm really happy to share this idea that's not a new idea. Certainly many of you have heard it before, but hearing the stories, I think, always force the ideas that we already know, and it just reminds us of the power of the universe and our connection to it. So, EZosophists, there's one thing I want you to remember, and that is that I love you, and
I love you too.
have an easy day.